Okay, hello, buddies. Today was actually a pretty instructive day for the dots, and I just want to make a very quick video. Today is Wednesday, September 3rd. So, coming into the day, the first thing I like to look at is the ALN sessions data point for NQ Stats. NQstats.com, very good data using probabilities based on price action and price structure that helps inform my bias. So coming into the day, I'm not going to draw it up, but this was the profile. So this is London partially upward engulfing Asia. So when this happens, 79% of the time, New York breaks the London high at minimum. Usually that means first. So coming into the day, this is what price looked like. London high was here, where my little mouse is. Let me just get a new, no, not magic, demonstration. So I wanted to take dots setups, which is my indicator, my momentum indicator. I want green dots to London high. When dots are mixed, I am doing nothing. So specifically, I want dots, green dots, because the odds are favoring. Is this absolute? No, but you want to trade with the wind at your back. I want green dots to London high. If that's not the case and green dots happen, that doesn't work for me. I want green dots to obvious liquidity. So the market opens up. So we come in, and this is a secondary point, but we're in a overnight session, low to high, 50% with the VWAP. So this became a very sticky price point when the 50% level was holding with VWAP. But that's neither here nor there. So dots are mixed, I am doing nothing. Dots are mixed, I am doing nothing. So at 10 o'clock, there was red folder news. You can see we had one column of red dots, basically right at the red folder news. Not good. I mean, 1 or 2 minutes before red folder news, disregard the dots just because with news, there's expected volatility and you're gambling. So, again, London high is what I was looking for. So you can see right here at 10:07, we get the first column of all green dots, which is great. However, London highs were the target, and London highs were hit on the same minute, the same column as these green dots. So if you're using the one dot entry function, which is something I talk about in the room, this is no good. You want dots to liquidity. So if green dots happened here, awesome, to liquidity, that's what I want. So going forward in price, we get a retracement, displacement lower back to the VWAP. VWAP holds. And right here, we get the next column of green dots. So a one dot entry function is there. You can target the previous high now that we have an established liquidity point. You have fair value gap holding to a high. But what I really wanted to show you is using the dots in conjunction with NQ stats. So the ALN stat is the first, and sequentially I look at I go from ALN to initial balance. So initial balance breaks is basically looking at the first hour, so 9:30 to 10:30, low and high. And so this dotted line is 50%. If price at 10:30 is in the upper 50% portion, don't quote me, there's about an 80% chance that the initial balance high is the target. So you can see we get a dots reset right here, a very simple setup. So green dots to obvious liquidity, to a statistically probable liquidity point using the initial balance high. This is what I'm talking about. So mixed dots do nothing, news do nothing, green dots the liquidity level had already been hit. So this is, ignore it. Wait for the next one. And then you get initial balance break with the dots, with statistics, with green momentum, green dots. You want to stack as many confluences in your favor. Fair value gap on a 1 minute chart holding, partially engulfing this candle. EMA's holding after this little displacement. You want to stack confluences on top of confluences on top of confluences. And you can see we ended up grinding higher, and we're continuing to do so with green dots. So if you can have the discipline to stay out of this shit and then wait for your setup, you want to know exactly you want exactly what you want to see when you want to see it. I think Trader Dante said that very eloquently. What you want to see when you want to see it. So after 10:30, initial bounce high is the probable target. Green dots, get long to the probabilistic liquidity. And that's it. Some guys in, well, that's not working, but I don't know how to edit. So I posted these setups. This was the liquidity, initial bounce high, entry, target. And this was the green dots prior to that I took. So, okay, hopefully that helps. But this is a model for anyone who is struggling. Green dots, red dots, 2 NQ stats, 2 ALN, London highs, London lows, initial bounce high, initial bounce lows. Use the dots as a confluence with NQ stats. And that's all I have today. Thank you for your attention to this matter. 7-day free trial. Link in the bio for the dots if you want to try them out.